Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Greg and Jess with Drifter Journey, and Lupe taking a nap back here, possibly.
Yep.
But today we're going to be talking to you about some of the pros and cons of Starlink after 1 year of use for us. We have tested it thoroughly, and we're going to give you the lowdown on what we think. You want pros or cons first? I figured you want pros first.
Sure.
I was asking that.
Oh.
Like always, if you buy anything on Amazon, click through our link below. It gives us pennies on the dollar and helps us keep this journey going. So, pros. Pro number one. You probably got internet almost anywhere.
Yeah, the most important pro.
So...
And it's fast and it's reliable.
Yeah, it's been fast and reliable for us pretty much everywhere. Depending on which plan you have, some of them can be throttled. So if you have the RV plan where you're roaming about, if you get into a cell that's very crowded, for instance, where we are here in Colorado, a lot of homeowners have it, so the cell's crowded, so RV would get throttled. But even so, when we were out in the woods here camping last year before we bought land here, it was still working fine. We were able to manage. It would just be a little bit slower, and it would tell you you're in peak time, blah blah blah. Yeah. So yeah, pro internet pretty much anywhere as long as there aren't trees blocking the north sky.
Right. And even if there are a couple here and there, it seems like it manages. So for those of you who are remote and looking for a solution, we get this asked quite often actually. You know, we've used Wi-Fi hotspots, you know, second phone plans, the booster, WeBoost stuff. I would say Starlink hands down is the best solution if you can manage the first con, which is...
I don't know which one.
The price.
Yeah, I think we're just going to go into cons because there's just a bunch of cons.
I mean, it's mostly cons, but that's,
But the pro is so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
So yeah, cons, price, and the other pro con of no contract.
Yeah.
But since there is no contract, there is no control of pricing, you're not locked in. They have adjusted it on us, I think, 3 times already.
Yeah.
We are luckily grandfathered into the portability. It no longer exists.
Right.
But the price has changed on that for us already.
Right.
So just know if you buy it, the upfront cost is pretty high. I think it was like $700 with shipping.
Yep.
If you get it in Mexico, I hear it's about $400, so you can get it cheaper if you're down there. And then your monthly fee, depending on if you're in the RV one or just a home, I think it starts $110. Well, depending on region, it can be less.
That's the thing. It changes so much. I don't even know if it's worth going over the prices.
Yeah.
But
so ours is currently $145 a month.
Yeah. Which is more than what we signed up for.
Yeah.
But we're still going to keep paying it because it's the most reliable, fast internet option for us.
And it's the only internet option at our property.
Yeah.
Unless we just use Verizon cell phones.
Yeah, hotspots.
But that's not reliable. Everybody, let's take a quick second to talk about the sponsor for this video and let you know how to get a discount on their products. This video is sponsored by Epic Water Filters. They're out of Colorado. They have water filters that go in Nalgene's for when you're hiking, and they also have products to filter tap water at your house. Check out their website. We got a link below for them, and use code DRIFTERJOURNEY, all caps, to get 20% off your order. Con 2.
It's quite large.
Oh yeah, it's pretty big.
So for those of you in a van, I mean, we had an entire tub dedicated to the dish, the router, the mounting bracket, and all the other hardware that we needed to carry it around and mount it everywhere we went.
If you are traveling, it uses a decent bit of power.
Yeah, and then the inconvenience of like taking it down and setting it up is, some people are leaving it up while they drive, but that feels a little risky for something that costs almost $1,000. I mean, to each their own, but
there are a lot of people flat mounting them now.
Yeah, that's an option.
You'd have to cut it and do things to it to make it a flat mount. So that's an option too, but I don't feel great cutting it. And then if you end up parking somewhere where there's some trees, you can't move it as easily because it's flat mounted to your roof.
Yeah.
So, yeah, What other cons? What other cons?
I think that was basically it.
That's it? Just the
Yeah.
price and the
I mean,
size?
well, we said that you get throttled when it's busy,
And
but
throttled if you're an RVer when it's
Mhm.
busy. And then they just changed and came out with this global roaming. So I guess that would be a con too.
Mhm.
Is so the RV is only good for your, is it continent? So North America?
supposedly it's your country. So we were supposed
No.
to get.
They did continent.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's as of the latest change.
Okay.
So I think we're good for US, Canada, Mexico.
Okay.
But if we were to go somewhere else for an extended period of time, it would get mad at us and make us kick into the global one, which is quite expensive. Then you can use it all over the world.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just going to be a small group. It's currently $200 a month, and I'm pretty sure it's going to just be a small group
Sailors.
using that. Yeah,
Yeah.
boat people.
The last thing that you were talking about that's like kind of a pro but also a con that we really experienced in Baja
yeah.
this year was Starlink is making places that don't have cell service really crowded now, because in the past we could show up to a beach in Baja, and because there was no cell service and people who are digital nomads weren't able to work there, it would be pretty empty for the most part.
So that's probably going for anywhere, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Anywhere remote that people that needed to work couldn't get to because it was too far away and they needed to be back to work.
Yeah.
Can now be there. So that's like a pro con because we work too.
Yeah, we obviously love that about it, but it's also making it.
But it's making places more crowded.
Yeah.
But another pro, I guess, would be safety, right? You could be way out in the middle of nowhere, and if something happened, you got the internet, you can call for help, you can get help.
Yeah,
So
that's a really good point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So all in all, we aren't getting rid of it.
No.
Because one, we don't really have any other option. Two, it's good. It's fast. I've seen it go up to 200 download speed.
That's insane.
Just the other day. So
yeah.
It's amazing. But just know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And another con.
Ooh.
East Coast, it probably sucks. There's too many trees. So if you live over there, I got a feeling it's probably going to struggle unless you put it up on a big old beam, get above the trees. So just be prepared. I'd say it probably isn't great for anybody that's over on that side.
Yeah, do your research on the plans that are available for you and the addresses that are available, because that'll determine your price. And just know that I would say what I dislike the most about it is they can change the price at any time. And like Greg said, that they've already changed it 3 times on us.
They did drop it once though.
Yeah, they were like doing all of these regional prices based on, you know, like average income or something of the area that you're registered in. And so that's why I say do your research for the address that you want to register at, because it may change the price for you. But it could go up, it could go down. It's just kind of like you got to go.
You're along for the ride.
Yep. So, yeah, overall.
Until it becomes too expensive, we'll probably hang on to it.
We're going to stick with it, see what happens.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Let us know if you have any specific questions, though, that we can answer, because we might have forgot a bunch of stuff.
Yep, and I'll link some of the accessories below, like the tub that we found for it and the mounting hardware, so that if you guys want the same setup, you can put it together.
Yeah, and the one that we put on the ladder rack, they made a new version that's much nicer than the one I have.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.